Top 13. Today we are going to be talking about a little bit about going to cons. I know it's con season, or it's beginning to be con season for some of you guys, and you guys never been to a con before and all that jazz. So let's get started. Okay, so number one is how to pack according to the con. I do have a setup that I do. I don't have it on me right now because I'm in another room and I forgot to bring it with me when I do my recording. So, and sorry for my gothic attire. I know this, I don't know. So like I just take a small bag because normally going to cons you have a big bag that they give you, especially if you're going to Comic-Con. You get those giant bags. So I try to plan just a little bag and then maybe take some backup clothing. I just go for a con for a day. Now this is a video for people who go to cons for one day and are like me and don't have friends to go with. I know a few people who go to cons by themselves, or they're young so they go with their parents. And this is also something to help you if you're a parent and you're taking your kids to these cons and it's your first time. Don't worry, I've been there. I'm just turned 18 and all the cons I've gone to, I always gone with my mom. She's been the best, she's been awesome. Yes. So if you're going for one day and you're not staying in a hotel or, you know, all of that jazz, I don't know if it's my talker. So this is kind of a quick thing. As you're getting closer to the con, one, gotta make sure you figure out what cosplay you're doing because cosplay is important. If you want to cosplay, you can. But I have to recommend do something that is not going to require you getting hot, especially if you're doing it in the summertime, or something just easy. That way, like if you're tired, you can just take off your wig, and you still look normal if you want to go like shopping after. Because I know some of you moms after cons, you want to go quickly shopping for food or something. Try to get it all done one day. So yeah, so plan your day. Just make sure you plan your day. Also, number two for that is look up transportation. Now I go to Comic-Con. I haven't in the last 2 years because of certain things. Not doing to the con, just normal everyday things. But if you're going to Comic-Con, it's always great to take the trolley or the trolley, the train. One of the things you can take coaster if you want to, if you live in California and you know what that is. I take the train from I can't remember the name. There's a town where it starts at and it goes all the way down to the convention center. That's what I do. It's kind of risky because it goes through some bad parts of towns in San Diego. But you know, I've done it for 4 or 5 years. It's okay. So yeah, next one is you need to number 2 or whatever on the list. If I look down suddenly, I'm looking at my thing. I'm gonna veer off here. Normally when I do videos, I would have a piece of paper because I'm old school like that. Yes, I'm 18 and I'm old school. And when it comes to stuff, and this just one strand of hair. It's because of my wig and my glasses. You want to make sure you have supplies for con. So if you're doing the cosplay and you're doing something that's a little work extensive or something, and you have a lot of details. I went as Amy Rose my first time, and my cosplay started falling apart when I first time went Comic-Con. So always get those. Go to like the dollar store or like CVS or something, and buy the little super glue bottles. I don't know if they sell them at CVS, but like I got mine at like Target or something. I can't remember where I got it actually. I think it was Target because that was the only place. But yeah, just get the little super glue bottles. So like the pocket size, just in case like a piece comes apart. Now a lot of cosplayers who do full-time cosplay and go to these cons and stay at hotels and all that, they take hot glue guns with them. Just the little mini hot glue guns. I like to conserve space because I buy a lot of stuff at cons. I ain't dragging around a hot glue gun when I'm going to the con. So those work. Also bobby pins. If you can get a little thing, I have a little plastic container thing filled with little bobby pins, and I stick it in my purse, my bag. Again, moderate with the size of your bag. I just take a small bag, like enough to fit my phone and this and my wallet, And then if I get like one of those plastic bags at the con for like with like the books in it, then I just stuff whatever else in there. And if I go to a con, I know I'm gonna be far and be gone all day, I'll take some backup clothing. Take backup shoes. If you're doing something with heels, take backup shoes. I went to Comic-Con, I had these, they're not exactly heels, but they're like those wedges type shoes, and they had like memory foam in them. By the end of the day, I was dying, and I didn't have sandals with me. No, actually, no, I did have sandals with me, but still, just so you know, take backup sandals. And also, check the weather. That's also helpful for when you're doing cons. I'm veering off like the sides. Also, check the weather. That also helps with, you know, what you're doing, which cosplay is. So if it's gonna be like in the 50s, maybe do like a Katara or some kind of cosplay that you know you're gonna have lots of layers. Don't do something that you're like barely you're hanging out there. Especially if you're young kids and stuff like that. Always be modest and stuff. Especially if you're gonna be around, I guess. Well, that was one of the things, be modest. Another one, always drink water and always stop for food. If you are having so much fun, this is a thing I've always noticed with cons, and I've always been told this by a lot of my friends that don't go to cons, but they know a lot about preparing for a con and stuff like that. This is veering off this side now. Is always stop, get some water, get some refreshments, and eat. Okay? Now, I do that. If I get hungry, I can't think, I gotta go eat something. So, yeah, normally some cons will have a food court area somewhere. Go ahead and indulge in whatever they got. But, if you're... Okay, sorry. I had to cut that out. So, yeah, just, again, you just need to be modest with your food and just like don't indulge because you still got the entire con to go to. My mind was veering off, so if you got confused between the cut, my mind was veering off and I was going blank. But yeah, and I have a problem with spewing words or saying words. I don't know why. Always set a budget. Set 2 budgets actually. This one will tie into the money and the food thing. The food and water. Set a budget. Have 2 budgets. One for food and water and gas if you drive there. Drive halfway and pick up a bus or something to the con. But set a budget for that, and then have another budget for the exhibitor hall or the dealer's hall, if you like to call it. I call it the exhibitor hall because that's what it says. And also the panel art alley and stuff like that. Because you can buy some art. I normally just go and I buy a bunch of anime stuff like Bleach. If you know me in real life, you know that I really like Bleach. You probably noticed that throughout my series of shows, where a lot of it deals with this. But I do a lot of animes, cosplay. I do a lot of cosplays from other animes. I'm working on Alba, if you noticed my last video. Yeah. Also back to the budget thing. When you're shopping in exhibit hall, make a list of things. A list of things you want, or animes you're trying to look for, or cosplays, wigs. A lot of cons sell wigs and stuff like that. I went to a cosplay event and I bought this wig. And it's been my favorite ever since. So yeah, and also you want to plan for panels too. I had to put my iPad down because it was making my arms hurt. So yeah, if you're going to panels, also plan out your panels so you know what you're going to do for the day. If you're going to do panels, plan out what panels you're going to go to. And if you have time, go to the exhibit hall. Or go to the exhibit hall while you're waiting for the panel. Or something like that. And also photographers. If you're, photographers? I don't know. People who take photos. Also plan all that too. If you're just going for one day, that's a lot. And I'm sorry for the little beepers in the background. That's my washing machine. And also probably my dog, because I can hear my dog barking. But yeah, I think that's all that I have. There might be cuts if I forgot something. But yeah, so just, these are the tips that I do for when I go to a con. I always make a list of things that I want. I check to see what panels are in my time range. Now, I have a lot of animals, so I don't get to go to cons the entire weekend. I just go for the day and I come home and take care of my animals. So if you guys are someone like me, you have animals, or you have a day job and you have to be somewhere the next day and you can't just, you know. So yeah, just think about that too. And try to plan accordingly, especially your price range. I set a budget of $40 when I go to cons. And I normally get a decent amount of stuff. And what I normally do, this is also another helpful tip. I'm veering off from all my other things, and I'm just giving you other tips too. When you're doing a budget, remember, you could just go around the con a few times to find the things that you want. Think about the price range as you're going along, and that way you could spread out your money easily and still have some left over. I had bought a lot of stuff one time. I only had $40 as a budget. I ended up going home with $10 still and a whole bunch of stuff. So just monetize your stuff, set aside for food and drinks and whatever else you want or do. And if you're driving, if you're an adult, set some aside for gas money. I know this has always been a problem. One of my friends who is older than me, who goes to college, she always complains about the money. Well, not complain, but like always worry about the money and stuff like that. So you just all that, just be honest with all that, think about it all. I know a lot of people who do cons and stuff, but if you're like me and you're going alone, or if you're young and you're going with a child who wants to go, these are some tips that you can start thinking about and maybe tell that child. Say like, here, we need to plan this out, we need to figure out what we're doing, and also plan your cosplay. And if you guys are going to cons, let me know what cons you're doing. Post the link below. I live in California, so I know we do Comic-Con. There is a new con that's been going on for this is our 4th year. It's called Ace Expo. I will be there if you guys want to come and see me. And yeah, please let me know what cosplays or cons you're going to down below. And I'll put links in the description of cons I'm going to, or just other random stuff you can follow me on, like Instagram. I have Tumblr. I don't use the Tumblr a whole lot, but maybe I will get back into one day. I do have it on my iPad. I just don't post a whole lot. Yeah, so, and I'm also on Facebook. My dog, who is a big part of my channel, Gigi, which is right here walking back and forth, she has her own Facebook channel, Facebook page as well. I will link her below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been really hard, and the lighting has changed because she's looking out the window. There's blinds right here, so she's like. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up if you did. And if you have any more helpful tips for anyone else in the world who is going to cons or doing cons or have been doing cons or getting ready to do cons, put it down below. And I am rambling. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.